Hey, Tony Gaskins here with your Sunday sermon. Just wanting to share a word with you today. I was reading in the book of Proverbs, the 28th chapter and the 6th verse. And in the New Living Translation, it says that it's better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and rich. And it just made me think about that because one thing that we lack today in our society is integrity. I mean, when you look at the very top, when you look at the presidents, when you look at the leaders, when you look at celebrities, you look at influencers, how many people do you see really exemplify integrity? It's so hard to come by. Think about even some of the police officers, some school teachers, individuals in your church, in the community, yourself. When we look at ourselves, it can be something as small as just backbiting, gossiping. Really think about integrity and what that means to you. Because as the good book says, it is better to be poor and to be honest than to be rich and dishonest. So if you cannot walk and live an honest lifestyle, if the people around you, if your children, your family members, your friends, if they don't know you to be honest, then in the eyes of man, you're worth nothing. And so we all make mistakes. We all do some things wrong. We all tell some little lies. We have hurt some people. But it is important that you look at your life and you really ask yourself, am I a person of integrity? And I'll tell you this, there's been times in my life where I had no integrity. When I was a young man, a teenager, and then a young adult, even still a teenager, but an adult, 18, 19, and then even 20, 21. There were times in my life that I didn't have integrity. And when you don't have integrity, you're always looking over your shoulder. You're always wondering. You're always worried. Even if it's just you're lying on people or you're gossiping or maybe stealing from the job, maybe cheating on your taxes, whatever it may be, think about it in your relationship with just the way you live when no one is watching. Who are you then? When no one is watching, when you look at people online, have you trained yourself to speak positively about other people even though they can't hear your thoughts? What are you saying? And so to me, that's what integrity means. When you can check yourself and when you can grow in every area of your life. I went to jail in the 9th grade for stealing out of the mall. That was a lack of integrity. I had to change that in my life in order to become successful. I remember a different form of, low self-esteem or a lack of integrity was when I was really young in my career, 23, 24, 25. I would look at other people who were doing and living their purpose, and I was a hater. I would be jealous and I would get frustrated because they had a platform and I didn't. And so what that did is that hindered my peace. It hindered my growth. It hindered my success. And so a lot of us deal with this. You may be dealing with it today. If you're single, and if you can't look at love and truly and genuinely be inspired by love and love, then you will be single longer than you want to be because your heart has not been renewed and made right and made whole. Because whoever you are on the inside, even when you don't realize it, it seeps through your pores. It comes out. You can see it in your eyes. You can see it in your face. You can feel it in your energy. And you feel it about yourself. You feel it about yourself and you know it about yourself, and others can sense it. If you may not have the financial security that you want, you don't have the trappings of success, you don't have the things that you want, and it doesn't define you, it doesn't make you who you are, it may not be your sole goal, but if you can't look at someone else who does have those things and say, hey, good for them, Good for them. I pray it doesn't kill them. I pray it doesn't trap them. I pray it doesn't trick them. Hey, God bless them. I pray for mercy because I know how dangerous, chasing material things could be. If you can't genuinely and honestly say that, then you will be blocking your success. You'll be blocking getting to the place to where you can purchase your first home, purchase your dream car, purchase the nice things that you may desire, that your heart may desire. Everything has to line up. So think about this. When you look at people online, when you look at people on social media, I see it all the time to where people will support you until it looks like you're doing too good. People will support you and they want you to do good, but they don't want you to do as good as they're doing, or they don't want you to do better than they're doing. And that is a lack of integrity. So understand this. It is better to be an honest person and to walk in integrity, to walk with integrity, than to be a dishonest person, to be a disloyal person and gain everything. Because if you have everything, like money, success, things, material things, but you don't have honesty or loyalty or integrity, then you're actually alone. You actually have nothing. But you can be poor. And I've seen this before. You'll kind of see this out and about. You can be poor, meaning not literally poor, but you can have less than everybody else. But if you have integrity, your network will build, and your network is your net worth. Have you ever seen that person who maybe was in high school or probably high school, or maybe in your adult life? Have you ever seen that person who they really didn't have anything themselves, but they knew everybody who had things? That one guy who knows everybody. He can connect you, with anybody you need. You need a mechanic, you need a hairdresser, you need this, you need that. He can connect the dot. And everybody's cool with him, and he doesn't have enemies. And so technically he may not have much for himself. He may not have a big house and a nice car or a bank account full of money. But guess what? If he really needed it, and if he asked for it, which he won't even ask for it because he has so much integrity, he won't even ask. And that's why he also has more friends, because he's not asking for a handout. He's just giving. He's just serving. He's just loving. He's being kind. He's not, carrying a bone. He's not bringing a bone or taking a bone. He's not gossiping and backbiting. He doesn't have a bad word to say about anybody behind their back, regardless of who hates him and who's talking bad about him. And even if he had a bad experience with him, he still says, I really don't know him that well. I respect how you feel about him, but I really, haven't really spent too much time thinking about that. He keeps it cool, even if the person did him wrong. See, that is integrity. That is honesty. And that's where we all need to get to that place. We all need to get to that place to where we can be honest, we can be loyal, we can be a person of true character and true integrity. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you catch me every Sunday. If I miss a Sunday, I'm on the road or something, tied up. But make sure you catch me here on the Sunday sermons, just dropping a word on your spirit for you to, sit with it throughout the week. Just let it minister to you. Watch it 2 or 3 times. Watch it tomorrow and the next day. Just feed your spirit, and let's keep growing together. Hey, God bless you, and we'll talk soon.